watched my previous videos, I've been using this graphics card model in my builds. I was thinking, what if I pair this graphics card on a newer CPU and 16 gigs of RAM and test it with newer games? Could this deliver a playable frame rate? Well, let us see how this graphics card performs. This is the GTX 660. It was a mid-range graphics card way back in 2012. It has 960 CUDA cores with a base clock of 980 MHz and boost to 1033 MHz. This has 2 gigs of VRAM, GDDR5 memory interface, 28 nanometer process, and it is on Kepler architecture with a 140 watt TDP. This graphics card is from Galaxy that is now known as Galax. It also have an easy to clean fan design, which I find it impressive. You just have to remove these 2 screws and you can flip the fan in opposite direction. Now you can access the back of the fan and also fins of the cooler. Since we will pair this with modern components, the CPU that I will use is the Ryzen 5 2600 with 16 gigs of RAM. This graphics card is old and cheap in today's standards. For me, it's reasonable to test it with modern free-to-play games in recommended settings. The first game that I test it with is CSGO. This game is set in Pro settings, which is 1080p low. The gaming experience was excellent. There are no issues encountered. It only varies on how good you are playing the game. In addition, this game was launched the same year as this card. No wonder it performs better in this title.
The clouds have been gathering. You may feel this, but I'll never let you go. Fly through the stratosphere and then I'll rip and screaming from your soul. Oh, we'll watch it fall.
The second game that I tested is Valorant. Valorant is just launched this year, but it's not a very demanding title. Since this game calibrates or optimizes the game settings before you play, I didn't bother changing it. Anyway, the game runs better and delivered decent FPS in 1080p. The third game I tested is Fortnite. I really suck in this game no matter how I try. Anyway, this card delivered playable frame rate on this 3-year-old title. I also let the game optimization on the settings. I just make sure it runs on 1080p.
Just said you like through before. We're only whispers in the wind.
The fourth game I tested is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone. This is a demanding title and recently launched this year. In all the games I tested, this is the only title that does not run in 1080p resolution based on the game optimization. Moreover, this game utilizes a lot of RAM usage. On the 16 gigs of RAM, 12 gigs is being utilized in running this game. However, the game still runs higher on 30 FPS mark.
Your soul.
This is the summary of all the games I tested. It shows that the GTX 660 is still a capable graphics card. Since it is an 8-year-old graphics card, and based on my observation, the price won't go over 3,000 pesos or $60 in the used market. I think GTX 660 can be a budget option for gamers. It's not the best, but it can still deliver playable frame rates on modern games, especially if paired it with a powerful CPU. Well, what do you think about GTX 660? Please do not hesitate to type your comments below about your opinion on this graphics card and the content. If you like this video, make sure you click the like button and do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to notify you on my next video. See you on the next one.